by Tim Grover. To be the best, whether in sports or business or any other aspect of life, it's never enough to just get to the top. You have to stay there, and then you have to climb higher because there's always someone right behind you trying to catch up. Most people are willing to settle for good enough. But if you want to be unstoppable, those words mean nothing to you. Being the best means engineering your life so you never stop until you get what you want, and then you keep going until you get what's next, and then you go for even more. Believe this, everything you need to be great is already inside you. All your ambitions and secrets, your darkest dreams, they're waiting for you to just let go. What's stopping you? Most people give up because everyone has told them what they can't do. And it's easy to stay safe in the comfort zone. So they sit on the fence, unable to decide, unable to act. But if you don't make a choice, the choice will be made for you. Michael wasn't the best because he could fly through the air and make impossible shots. He was the best because he was relentless about winning. Relentless is in his belief that there's no such thing as good enough. No matter how many times he won, no matter how great he became, he always wanted more. And he was always willing to do whatever it took and then some to get it. For more than 2 decades, those values have become the cornerstone of all my work with hundreds of athletes, and now they are the cornerstone of this book. Every accomplishment is just a stepping stone to the next challenge. As soon as they've hit their target, they're already stalking their next conquest. Most of their work is done quietly behind the scenes, alone with no fanfare or glamour. Cleaners don't do it for show. They don't go through the motions. A true cleaner never tells you what he's doing or what he's planning. You find out after the job is complete, and by the time you realize what he's accomplished, he's already moved on to the next challenge. Why do I call them cleaners? Because they take responsibility for everything. When someone thing goes wrong, they don't blame others because they never really count on anyone else to get the job done in the first place. They just clean up the mess and move on. Think about the custodian who quietly works alone late at night. He calls no attention to himself. No one sees him work. No one knows what he does, but the job always gets done. He has to, so everyone else can do their jobs efficiently. In his own way, he's the most powerful guy in the building. He has unlimited access. He knows where everything is and how it all works. He has the keys to every single door. He can go anywhere unseen. He knows what everyone else is doing, all the little dirty secrets. Who didn't go home, who snuck in late at night, who left the empty whiskey bottle under the desk, who left condom wrappers in the trash. If you have an emergency, he's the guy you call. Coolers can have an amazing game. Closers can have an amazing season. Cleaners have amazing careers. Coolers worry about the competition and how they measure up. Closers study the competition and plan their attack based on the opponent. Cleaners make the competition study them. They don't care whom they're facing. They know they can handle anyone. Coolers avoid taking the winning shot. Closers take the shot if they know they have a good chance of making it. Cleaners just trust their gut and shoot. They don't have to think about it. Coolers won't offer to take on a role they're not comfortable with. Closers will take the role if you ask them, and they'll do it well if they have enough time to prepare and study the situation. Cleaners don't wait to be asked, they just do it. Coolers let others decide whether they're successful. Closers feel successful when they got to get the job done. Cleaners never feel as if they've achieved success because there's always more to do. Coolers don't want to carry the team. Closers want the credit for getting the job done. Cleaners rarely congratulate you for doing your job. They just expect you to do it. Coolers think they want the spotlight, but when they get it, they usually handle it badly. Closers stand in front because they need to show who's in charge. Cleaners don't have to show you who's in charge. Everyone already knows. Coolers will eat whatever you feed them. Closers will order what they want and be satisfied with a great meal. It doesn't matter what a cleaner eats. He'd still be hungry again in an hour. When you're a cleaner, you keep pushing yourself harder when everyone else has had enough. You get into the zone, you shut out everything else and control the uncontrollable. You know exactly who you are. You have a dark side that refuses to be taught to be good. You're not intimidated by pressure, you thrive on it. When everyone is hitting the in case of emergency button, they're all looking for you. You don't compete with anyone. You find your opponent's weakness and you attack. You make decisions, not suggestions. You know the answer while everyone else is still asking questions. You don't have to love the work, but you're addicted to the results. You'd rather be feared than liked. You trust very few people, and those you trust better never let you down. You don't recognize failure. You know there's more than one way to get what you want. You don't celebrate your achievements because you always want more. I want you to be able to take all of this and use it as a framework for yourself to achieve whatever you desire. You don't have to worry about training like a professional athlete. That's a full-time job. And anyone who says you can train like a pro by reading a book is just trying to sell you a book. The book might be a good start, but let's be honest, you train like a pro by committing to work at the highest level of intensity every moment in everything you do, constantly working on your body, your skills, your preparation, leaving no detail to chance. It's not something you can do for 30 minutes in the morning, then head to work or scroll or wherever your other obligations take you. But you can take an elite athlete's mentality and use it to succeed at whatever you do. Absolutely everything in this book can be applied equally to athletics or business or school or anything else you do in the world. Bottom line, if you want success of any kind, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Every time you think you can't, you have to do it anyway. That last mile, that last set, the last 5 minutes on the clock, you have to play the last game of the season with the same intensity as you played the first. When your body is screaming and depleted and telling you, no way, asshole, you work harder and tell yourself, do it now. You control your body. It does not control you. You shut out the fear and emotions and physical stress, and you do the thing you dread. You don't go through the emotions and watch the clock until it's over. You invest in what you started, pushing yourself again and again beyond where you've already been. There are no secrets. There are no tricks. If anything, it's the opposite. Whether you're a pro athlete or a guy running a business or driving a truck or going to school, it's simple. Ask yourself where you are now and where you want to be instead. Ask yourself what you're willing to do to get there. Then make a plan to get there. Act on it. There are no shortcuts. What's stopping you? Can you be reasonably successful by just following directions, staying within lines? Sure. That's what most people do. But if we're talking about being elite, if you want to be unstoppable, you have to learn to put aside everything you've been taught, all the restrictions and limitations, the negativity and the doubt. If that sounds complicated and confusing, let me make it simple. You have to stop thinking. It's so basic. Are you good at what you do? Maybe even great at what you do? Can you be the best? Yes. If you said no, I'll give you a moment to change your answer. Again, can you be the best? Of course you can. Then why are you still questioning your ability to do it? Quick answer, because at some point you made something simple into something complicated and you stopped trusting yourself. Believe what you know about yourself. When I decided to get a degree in kinesiology, everyone said, oh, you're going to be a gym teacher? No, I'm going to train pro athletes. You can manage a health club? No, I'm going to train pro athletes. There is zero chance you'll get anywhere if you allow yourself to be paralyzed by soft excuses and countless reasons why you'll never get to where you want to be. Trust your gut to navigate the hard road to get there. The satisfaction and sense of achievement will blow your mind when you finally arrive, knowing you arrived on your own with only your instincts to guide you. Stop thinking, stop waiting. You already know what to do. But instinct is only half the formula. You can't be a relentless competitor without a trip to the dark side, and that's where we're going next. It all goes back to confidence. When you're challenged, do you bring the pressure or do you let the other guy push you into a corner? Do you feel trapped like a rat or do you at first attack first? Do you pull back afraid of the fight or do you make the other guy get in mud with you? Wounds heal, scars don't. Those are your combat medals. In the MJ days, we'd say, go get some on ya. Go get dirty. I am 100% certain that if you bring me into any situation, I am going to have a positive impact on you. There's no way I'm going to show up and not be prepared and not have something to offer you. If you're willing to listen to what I'm asking you, tell me what I need to know and follow what I say, you're going to have some improvement. If that sounds arrogant swagger, fine with me. I'm confident in what I do because I know whatever happens, I'm going to adjust and keep rolling. Not everything works the first time. Sometimes it doesn't work at all, but there's a difference between confidence and cockiness. Confident means recognizing something isn't working. When a cleaner puts you in a position to execute, you better be prepared. At some point, whether you're in the boardroom or the locker room or anywhere else you want to exceed, someone is going to point in your direction and say, you. It may be an opportunity that lasts a minute, maybe 10 minutes, maybe a week or a month, but what you do in that time is going to determine what you're going to do for a long time after. Someone is going to do something the coach or the boss doesn't like. Maybe a guy isn't playing well or working hard enough, and you're going to get the chance to take his spot. Will you be ready? Will you have done the work that allows you to step in fully prepared? Everyone is given some ability at birth. Not everyone finds out what that ability is. Sometimes you find it on your own. Sometimes it has to be shown to you. Either way, it's there. At the same time, there are abilities you are not given. Our challenge in life is to use the abilities we have and to compensate for the abilities we don't have. It's completely instinctive. We compensate in order to survive. Individuals with limited freedom frequently have heightened hearing. People with certain disabilities discover they have extraordinary talents in other areas. Something is given and something is taken away. I know countless athletes who are blessed with incredible gifts: height, skill, strength, speed. Let's move on. Passion, a strong feeling or emotion for something or someone. Very nice. Now what? Are you just feeling it, or are you going to do something about it? I love hearing motivational speakers tell people, follow your passion, follow it. How about work at it, excel at it, demand to be the best at it, follow it? Eh. But my favorite, the timeless debate over whether some invisible glass is half full or half empty. This is a concept invented by someone suffering from the complete inability to make decisions, half full or half empty. You have something in the glass or you don't. If you like what's there, add more. If you don't, pour it out and start over. Otherwise, you're just staring at this not existing glass thinking, damn, there's no way to decide. BS. Of course, there's a way to decide. You just don't want to commit to a decision. As soon as someone starts with the half full, half glass, half empty, half full analysis, you know you're in for a long debate about nothing with someone who can't or won't make a choice. To me, it's the equivalent of a guy standing in the middle of a busy intersection crying, I don't know, while everyone around him screams, get out of the street. Trust yourself, decide. You'll never hear me say we have a problem. We might have a situation that needs to be addressed or an issue we have to resolve, but never a problem. Why automatically cast something as a negative? Instincts don't recognize positive or negative. There's only a situation, your response, and an outcome. If you're ready for anything, you're not thinking about whether it's a good situation or a bad situation, you're looking at the whole picture. And if you are thinking about it, you're out of the zone, distracted, and wasting energy and emotion. Michael asked him, how many people use that target range? He said, just me. So unless he had visitors like us, which didn't happen too often, he was alone working on this one shot over and over. So when people in the military need someone who can hit that kind of target, they call him. No one knows what this guy does every day to be this good. People just know he can deliver results. Figure out what you do, then do it, and do it better than anyone else. And then let everything else you do built around that. Stay with what you know. Being great at one thing doesn't mean you can also run a restaurant or a car dealership or a line of sportswear. It all comes back to this. No matter what you do in life, are you willing to make the decision to succeed? Are you going to stand by the decision or quit when it gets hard? Will you choose to keep working when everyone else tells you to quit? Pain comes in all sorts of disguises: physical, mental, emotional. Do you need to be pain-free, or can you push past it and stand by your commitment, decision to go further? It's your choice. The outcome is on you. If you're already a cleaner, you're probably thinking to yourself, trust, advice? I don't trust anyone and I don't want any advice. But stay with me here. You need this. And if you're not yet a cleaner, you need this too. We talked earlier about trusting your instincts to make decisions. And a big part of that is knowing whom you can trust, or whether you can trust anyone at all. Because no matter who you are, part of success means recognizing the people who can help you get where you want to go. Putting all the best pieces in place, you have to surround yourself with people who can operate at your level of demanding excellence. You can't be unstoppable, even great, if you can't do that. And it's probably the hardest thing for a cleaner to do. If you're a cleaner, you already know that when people say it's lonely at the top, they're talking about you. Do it. And if it doesn't work, do it again. Did you do it this way, that way? Did you explore every idea you had? Is there anything else you could possibly do to turn things in your favor? If you aim at excellence, you have to be willing to sacrifice. That is the price of success. You never know how bad you want it until you get that first bitter taste of not getting it. But once you taste it, you're going to fight like hell to get that bitterness out of your mouth. Maybe you got benched, or you lost a lot of money, or someone else got the promotion you wanted. Others might give up, and they'll be the first to say you should give up too. But did you stop because you wanted to do, because they told you to? Is there still work to be done? Do you still feel that anger inside you driving you to take action and turn things around? The closer will keep going until he's forced to stop. Remember, he's called a closer because he's there at the end. But once the end arrives, he knows it, he feels it, it's over. A cleaner can't ever accept that it's over, but he does recognize when it's time to change direction. I'm telling you that because my advice to my daughter is the same advice I pass along to you, so you know it's the truth. Every dream you imagine, everything you see and hear and feel in your sleep, that's not a fantasy. That's your deep instinct telling you it can all be real. Follow those visions and dreams and desires and believe what you know. Only you can turn those dreams into reality. Never stop until you do. The greatest battles you will ever fight are with yourself, and you must always be your toughest opponent. Always demand more of yourself than others demand of you. Be honest with yourself, and you'll be able to meet every challenge with confidence and a deep belief that you are prepared for anything. Life can be complicated. The truth is not. I truly believe I have zero limitation. You should believe the same about yourself. Listen to your instincts. They're telling you the truth. I want the satisfaction of knowing that every move I make, every thought, every idea, every action takes me further than anyone else has ever gone and makes me better at what I do than anyone else in the world. That's what drives me. Whatever drives you, let it take you where you want to be. Everything you want can be yours. Be a cleaner and go get it. Be relentless. Done. Next.